What is going on with y'all? I'm back with a brand new video, and for the people that know, a few videos ago, I think 2 videos ago, I made a video on like how to balance video editing with full-time school or work. And today is a pretty special video. Tomorrow I'm gonna start my internships officially, so that means for the next 18 weeks, 18 or 19 weeks in total, I'm gonna have to do internships, and the next 8 weeks are gonna be the hardest because it's in a completely different city and I have to live in my dorm for that, you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm gonna have to really plan out my week way more than I used to do. And in this video, I'm gonna show you guys a process of preparing myself for my internships, because tomorrow is gonna start. I'm gonna edit this video right after, so it's gonna drop on the same day as I'm recording this. But I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of like how I'm gonna prepare for my internship, because it's gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's gonna be tough. I'm actually gonna have to do a lot of planning for this, but I want to show you guys on this channel that it is possible, right? Everybody can do this. Everybody can start video editing, make money whilst even full-time in school, college, or working or whatever, right? So yeah, internships is pretty much, for the people that don't know, it's pretty much like unpaid work, you know what I mean? It's for school, but you have to pretty much just work a normal job, 9 to 5, 5 days a week. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do a long distance. Like, it's gonna be, you know, I'm probably gonna have to spend at least 1.5 hours every single day on commuting, so I'm cooked, you know. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the process of how I'm going to do this. It's in Dutch, but I'm going to show you guys in 3, 2, 1. As you guys can see on my screen right now, I have my app called Todoist. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but this is what I'll be using to really keep track of everything. It is in Dutch, everything, so you probably cannot understand everything, but this is pretty much how I manage and how I'm going to track everything and make sure that I do all my tasks that I have to do, right? So as you guys can see, this is for today. So this is what I'm doing right now, is recording a video for this channel. Then I'm gonna have to plan out my week. This is what I'm going to do in this video. Then I have to, like, this is pretty much the same thing. It's like changing out my gym routine, because now I go to the gym at least 4 times a week, but now I can only go 3 times a week. So I have to like change out my routine a little bit. And this is a little bit like finishing my course a little bit, finishing whatever. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do everything. So this is for this week, right? Because I'm filming this on a Sunday. But this is for next week. As you can see, there's barely anything in here. I have gym a few times. I have walking, because some days I cannot go to the actual gym. And yeah, I'm going to pretty much show you guys how I'm going to plan everything, right? So my internship is from Monday to Friday. Like I said, it's from 9 to 5. And most days I'm going to have to leave at around like 8, 10 in the morning. So I only have a few hours before and after my internship. So how I'm going to do this, right? So on Monday, I'm not going to go to the gym, which means I have more time. So on Mondays, it's definitely going to be a client work, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to be doing right here is pretty much called literally client work. It's very simple. It's very basic, right? It's called client work. And as you guys can see, like I said, it's not sponsored, but the red one is, for me, it's top priority. This is like, I have to do this, right? Obviously, once I know exactly which, like what type of client work, I'm going to actually put it in here. Like, okay, boom. For example, I have to do this video for this client, this video for this client, and that way it's going to be more organized. But for now, I'm going to do this. So I know, for example, on Monday, I'm going to have to do client work, right? So Tuesday, I'm going to the gym, which means I probably have less time, because I'm going to go to bed at like 10 p.m. during my internships. I'm going to wake up at like 6 or like 5:30 in the morning. So that means in the evening, I don't really have a lot of time, especially if I'm going to the gym. I barely have time in the evening to do client work. So what this is going to do is Tuesday, I'm probably going to do my personal brand, right? I'm going to do this YouTube. I'm going to work on my own channels, my own courses, whatever. So as you can see, I'm probably going to do personal channel, right? So you have to really plan this. If you are an editor and you have like a full week of things, you really have to plan this correctly, you know what I mean? So I know on Tuesday I'm going to the gym, which means I'm probably not able to do client work as much, or any at all, right? So Wednesday is still a walk, so that means I can do client work on Wednesday. Client work, I'm going to do the same. Like I said, like if I know exactly which type of work, I'm gonna put it in there, right? So Thursday, I'm going to the gym again, which means I cannot do client work. So that also means, like I said, a personal channel, which probably going to be more of like a course in the community, because that is not like a requirement of like I have to do it that day. If I don't finish, I'm cooked. So Friday. Okay, boom, we have Friday. Friday is a little bit tricky because Friday I'm going home. But with the commute, I'm probably going to be home at like 8 or 9 p.m. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to be home very late. So Friday, I can only do work in the morning, but Friday, I'm still going to do client work. Friday is also my rest day when it comes to working out because I just literally don't have the time to work out that day, you know? So Friday, I'm going to just do client work, as you guys can see, number one priority. And then we have the weekend, right? We have Saturday and we have Sunday. For Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be a little bit tricky because for the people that don't know, I have another hobby called squashing. Yeah, it's pretty like not a lot of people do it, but the thing is we usually don't know exactly which day in the weekend we're gonna do it. It's either gonna be Saturday or Sunday, but like we cannot really predict. But on Saturday, I'm gonna do all my client work. I'm gonna do a lot of client work because Sunday is probably going to be my only rest day in the week of like actual work because I hate to break it to you, you have to actually rest. You have to be able to take a break. You cannot work 24/7 every single day because you're going to burn out, you're going to be cooked. You know what I mean? So Sunday is going to be my rest day for working. So that means Saturday I have to do most of the client work. So Saturday is also client work, as you guys can see. Right now it's only saying client work. I'm probably going to add for right now on Saturday squashing. I just don't know exactly on which day it's gonna be. It's like gym and squash can like, you know, change on those days. But as you guys can see, that's pretty much like how I'm gonna plan my days, right? Sunday, like I said, is gonna be a rest day when it comes to working. Because like I said, I have to take a break. I cannot be working 24/7 every single day, you know what I mean? We have to take rest, especially as a video editor, because you gotta stay focused, you gotta stay on, you know what I mean, on top of everything. So this right here is going to be a pretty simple framework for me to follow every single week. As you guys can see, on Monday is going to be client work. On Tuesday it's going to be my personal brand or like channel. Wednesday is going to be client work. Thursday is going to be personal brand. Friday is going to be client work, and Saturday is going to be client work, right? So I have 4 days in the week where I can do actual client work. Saturday is going to be the most important. And especially if you have like a schedule like this, please like communicate this with your clients, bro. Let your clients know exactly, okay, boom, on these days I can easily work, on these days I have less time, I have more time, whatever. That way, if you have a good relationship with your clients, it's going to be way easier for them to send videos on time, and that way you have, like, they know exactly when to finish, right? So as you guys can see, this is pretty much how I'm going to do everything. Obviously it's going to be my first week. I'm going to document it, you know, too. So I'm going to show you guys the actual behind the scenes of like how I'm doing this. But this is pretty much how I'm doing everything. This is pretty much how I'm going to manage my life during the next 8 weeks, you know what I mean? Because my second internship is literally 5 minutes from here, like from my home. So it's going to be way easier. I'm going to have way more time, you know. Like I said, like I'm going to have to spend more than like 1.5 hours on commuting every single day right now. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but it has to be done. Tomorrow I'm going to wake up at like 6 in the morning to prepare myself mentally. And just see how everything goes, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna document my journey with you guys. As you can see, I have quite a lot of things to do today still, and it's already 3 p.m. I have to leave at 7 to go to my dorm. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much how I'm doing it. How I'm gonna manage my life during my internships. I hope that this was a little bit clear. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by Todoist, but it's a very useful app because you can connect it to your Google Calendar. That way it's like you can see every single day, damn, I have to do this at this hour, easy, right? So yeah, guys, I hope that this was a pretty clear video. Like I said, it's a little bit shorter, but it is what it is. I hope that this helps. And yeah, for the people that want to see more behind the scenes, there's going to be more videos in the future. And yeah, that was pretty much it. How I'm going to manage my life during my internship as a video editor. I hope to see you guys in next week's video. If you guys want to join my free community, is in the description. If you want to learn clipping or editing, there's going to be more videos added soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.